We are back peering into the intriguing world of stalking, now that Holly Willoughby's stalker has been charged and found guilty. Can you believe that he has a family and two children? This is truly a complex phenomenon that has captivated researchers and the public alike. I must say, the motivations behind this rather unsettling behavior are quite shocking. According to an article in Psychology Today, the reasons why individuals stalk others are multifaceted and can be rooted in various psychological factors. Let's dive in, shall we? First and foremost, the article suggests that stalking is often not a result of hallucinations or delusions, as one might assume. Instead, many stalkers suffer from other mental health issues, such as depression, substance abuse, and personality disorders. So it would seem that stalking is indeed a mental health concern, though not necessarily in the way one might initially expect. It also highlights the notion of control as a key driver for certain types of stalkers. The resentful stalker, for instance, is described as someone who experiences feelings of injustice and a desire for revenge against their victim, rather than a desire for a relationship. A fascinating and rather troubling subtype, if I do say so myself. As a trainee psychologist specializing in mental health and well-being, I've had the opportunity to delve deeper into the psyche of these individuals. These individuals may view themselves as the true victim, often with a perceived history of being unfairly treated, particularly by a dominant father figure. You see, the resentful stalker is often driven by a profound sense of injustice and a burning desire for revenge against their perceived tormentor. They tend to view themselves as the true victim, harboring deep-seated feelings of being wronged or humiliated by their target. Now, what's particularly intriguing about this type of stalker is the often troubled relationship they've had with their own family. In an article in Psychology Today, it notes that resentful stalkers frequently regard people as highly controlling, with a distinct lack of affection or emotional validation. This formative experience, or lack thereof, can shape their worldview and lead them to project their own feelings of inadequacy and resentment onto their chosen victim. It's as if they're reliving the pain of their past, desperately seeking to regain a sense of power and control that they feel was taken from them. The article's example of Mark Chapman, the notorious John Lennon stalker, is a prime illustration of this dynamic. Chapman's own testimony about his family's emotional unavailability and lack of affection provides crucial insight into the underlying drivers of his obsessive and ultimately tragic actions. What's more, the resentful stalker's preoccupation with perceived injustices can contribute to the development of mood disorders such as depression. This, in turn, can further exacerbate their distorted sense of reality and feed into their compulsive need to right the wrongs they believe have been inflicted upon them. Interestingly, the article also suggests that in some cases, a paranoid disorder may be present in these individuals, which may respond, at least partially, to antipsychotic medication. This underscores the importance of a comprehensive assessment and tailored treatment approach when dealing with resentful stalkers. As a trainee psychologist, my goal would be to delve into the root causes of these individuals' resentment and help them develop a more realistic and empathetic understanding of their victims' experiences. By addressing the underlying mental health issues and interpersonal deficits, we may be able to interrupt the cycle of obsession and mitigate the risk of further harm. It's a delicate and complex challenge for sure, but one that is essential in our efforts to understand and effectively manage this particularly troubling manifestation of stalking behavior. The resentful stalker, with their deep-seated emotional wounds and distorted perceptions, truly represents a unique and compelling area of study within the broader field of stalking and mental health. Another type is the predator stalker, which is said to have no interest in a relationship with their victim, but rather a sense of power and control. These individuals derive pleasure from gathering information about their target and fantasizing about assaulting them. Interestingly, the article also delves into the intimacy seeker and incompetent subtypes of stalkers. These individuals are driven by a desperate need for contact and intimacy, even if their victim is not reciprocating their affection. In the case of the intimacy seeker, the stalker may even carry the delusion that their love is reciprocated, as seen in the example of the Shania Twain stalker. So, in summary, stalking is a nuanced topic, and it's not just related to their mental health or a mental illness, but rather a complex interplay of various psychological factors. The key, it seems, is to approach each stalker as an individual in need of psychological support, rather than simply viewing them as criminals. I find this topic quite fascinating, as it highlights the importance of understanding the underlying motivations behind such behaviours rather than resorting to simplistic explanations or judgments. It's a delicate and multifaceted issue that requires a thoughtful, empathetic, and evidence based approach. Quite a thought, if I do say so myself.